Hey everyone, this is new for us, new for you. We are the Cutbank Girls, and normally we do have a cut bank just outside this window, but we have a lot of fog today. One of the things we love about this area, Prince George, is the cut banks. And before we go further, we are the Cutbank Girls, and we want to acknowledge the territory that we work and play on, and it's PetiteKnit here in Prince George on the banks of Nechako and Fraser rivers. Why are we doing this? Well, Jaylene and I, it's my sweater sister, we love to laugh, we love to perform, we love to teach. I have a yarn shop and it's called Top Drawer Yarn Studio, and my sweater sister over here works with me there. And our intention is to have this podcast where we are going to inspire, bring joy, and build community. That's what we plan to do. Jaylene?
Beautiful. Thanks, Darlene. So yes, my name's Jaylene. I love to knit. Darlene is a mentor of mine. I started working at her shop, and as you can see, we love to knit twin sweaters. So that's going to be a theme of ours as we bring you these joy-filled podcasts every month. We're going to twin it up and wear our sweaters. So today we have a sweater called the Dibs, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. But yeah, my name's Jaylene, and I've lived in Prince George all my life. I've gazed at the cut banks, and Darlene and I have had this idea for a while, and we decided just 2023 was when we were going to make it happen. And we went with the name Cutbank Girls. So one of these podcasts, you will see what we are talking about. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. We're just going to inspire, have joy, and build community.
Well, and that's the thing you're going to see as we go through each episode. Like, we're going to call each episode the sweater that we've knit together. And we've made the same ones. And honestly, I think we have 12, which is quite something.
Yes, even more.
So yeah, and I'm the youngest of 8 kids. I have 5 sisters. So I don't have a little sister, so now I have a sweater sister who is younger than me. Yeah.
And I don't have a sister, so
there you go.
Here we go. We're sweater sisters.
So yeah, let's talk about the Dibs. So as you can as you can see, I got all in, and then I got into, maybe I don't want to make sleeves because I need to move on to the next sweater. But aren't they amazing?
Yes. So this comes from a movie called Don't Look Up. The moment I saw the movie, I said to my kids, I'm going to make that sweater. Jennifer Lawrence, I was texting Dar, check out this movie. Yeah. I know the pattern's going to be on Ravelry within a week. It was. What a gift. And we just went for it. Just kind of followed the colors that they had on the show. And it was the first sweater where I really dove into anything like this. It's a little bit tight, but it's very warm, and I was so proud of it.
Saying to Jaylene, I love yoke sweaters because, there's something about the way it sits on shoulders like we have, which are broad shoulders. It kind of hugs you. So I really like it. So I made mine with Drops Karisma. Yes. All of it was made with Drops Karisma. I have a cream one here to show you what the label looks like. But I absolutely love this. It's a superwash wool, even though it doesn't feel super washy. And
I used Haynes Creek Heathers.
DK.
And the DK.
Yeah.
And the pink, though, I used the Karisma.
Yeah.
And I love this yellow. Like, I don't know if you can quite see it, but it's so heathered and gorgeous. And when it came out, I always wanted to knit with it, and it became the perfect pattern for that.
Well, and I don't think we altered the pattern much at all. I mean, I did, of course, here. I just made up some stripes to just tie in the color work. But we pretty well did everything by...
Totally. Yeah. Yeah, and I did the sleeves.
And did we mention the designer?
No, we will.
No, we will.
Well, we'll put it in our show notes. We're trying to be very prepared for this, but this one, we forgot.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Yeah, so we're the Cutbank Girls.
That's right. Yeah, so we both grew up in Prince George. I was born in Rupert, but Jaylene was born here. But I grew up here basically, and we stayed.
Yeah.
you know.
Love it here.
It's a great place.
Great place to live, knit.
And now Jaylene has her own
inspire joy.
space. Yeah, you have your own space now in the
this...
art space where the shop is above Books and Company, and Jaylene has a little studio space.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Love it. And this is where we're filming.
Because she's
I'm a kinesiologist as well. Yeah. Help people move. All right. So why don't you go first, Darlene?
Sure.
Yeah.
So we wanted to go through, we are inspired by the Knitty Stew, Leanne from the Knitty Stew. In her podcast, we find so organized and so inspiring. So we're going to go through the podcast with finished objects, works in progress, and what's in our queue. And then always we're going to wear what the episode is called. So this episode is the Dibiaski. And I have to just say something about that movie because she's a PhD student or grad student, and she's the one who discovers the comet that's hurtling towards Earth. And I just think she's such a funny character. Her name's Kate Dibiaski.
Yes.
Okay, so the first finished object I want to show is I have a little tag on it because it's a shop sample for the yarn. So the yarn is King Cole Cosmos and Drops Flora, and the pattern is called the Magpie Darling by the lovely crafty jackalope Amanda Kafka. Is that amazing?
I love it. Why not bring some sparkle into your life?
It's really fun. And I wore this.
So fun, Dar.
I wore this too.
Yeah. We went to a really fun New Year's party.
Yeah.
And it was 1920s inspired, and Darlene wore that as part of her outfit.
Totally fun.
Gorgeous.
And then my other FO is by PetiteKnit, and it's called the Holiday Slipover. You
Love
can
it.
see it there. So it's one of these deep underarm sleeves vests. I love
cozy.
them.
I've made that sweater, that vest.
And I made that with the Drops as well. Drops Wish. And it's cotton, alpaca, and wool. And you don't have to double strand, and it gives you that mohairy, fuzzy feeling. And it's so warm. I wore it the other day to work for the first time. And this time I didn't wet block it. I steam blocked it. Heather was telling me about that. And you just wet a tea towel, and then you just kind of iron it very carefully and steam it. Yeah,
for sure.
Okay, your turn.
Okay, my FOs love using these little abbreviations. My finished object. So my first one, this was a major big deal for me. My partner, my beloved partner, Jeffrey, always sitting on the couch next to me while I'm knitting and always asking, when's my sweater coming? When you actually appreciate knitting, that's when it's coming. So I did it. I made him a sweater. It's a big guy. And this is called the Single Malt by Maxim Cyr. And what a sweater. Like, if you could squish this, so squishy. I got everyone to squish it in my family. They were all like, yeah, I want one. Yeah, one day. I had to do, the raglans are gorgeous, right? It was funny. I was trying to whip this before Christmas, and I'm like, I'm done the sleeves. Get him to try it on. And then I thought I had it done, and puts it on Christmas Day, and it was like up to here. So I'm pretty sure I did the sleeves 3 times. Finally got it. I did modify it so that I didn't do decreases on the cuffs. And I used this amazing yarn that I know Darlene's used a lot too. And they, all this yarn is at the shop, but this is one of my favorite yarns to knit with, Haynes Creek Heathers, and this is the Aran weight in this beautiful.
I think it's the best-selling yarn.
It probably is. Like, you have so much of it, and you can make a whole sweater with it. And and I just, he's wearing it. Not all the time, not as much as I'd like, but he appreciates it. And that's one of my finished objects. And my other one, very similar in a way to Darlene, is what's called the Saturday Night Sweater. Look at the little puff sleeves it has. Okay. And this is also by PetiteKnit. And it's also with the Wish. So again, we have this at the shop. and I use this black, and to me, even though it's got the white flecks, it looks sparkly somehow to me. I really wanted this to be my Christmas sweater.
It glows kind of.
And I knit up so fast. It was amazing. Highly recommend that pattern and that.
It fits you so well.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it. So there you go. My FOs.
Yay. So we're going to move on to whips. Woo. So one of the whips.
Whip it.
Whip it.
Whip it.
Okay. Did I bring? No, but it's okay.
It's okay.
I brought my work in progress. This is called the Soundtrack, and it's a bottom-up top by Elizabeth Knits, and it's incorporating mosaic knitting. So, and I'm using the Shetland worsted, and it's so, I don't know. It's a woolly wool. Not everyone's gonna love this, but I love the wool so much. Feel it. Oh. And anyway, so you go up to the armholes with this, and then you switch and get the dark on the background and the cream. In my case, the cream on the top.
Should I show my whip with
you?
Yes,
please.
Because guess what?
Well,
guess what? Guess what? I'm also knitting. Twinsies. Yeah. Sweater sisters.
Sweater sister.
Soundtrack, but this is called the Summer Soundtrack. So Elizabeth Smith Knits has offered 2 weights of yarn, right? So I've got this, I chose some DK yarn that is Lynn by, can you say it for me, Dar?
Sandnesgarn.
There you go. And it's got cotton,
linen,
viscose, and linen. Yeah.
Linen. Yeah.
And then wait for it. This is Noro. Okay, so this is Noro Uchiwa. And on the label it says what it means. It says Uchiwa is a traditional Japanese handheld fan, which is an intrinsic part of summer life. So this sweater is going to be an intrinsic part of my life.
And it's called Summer Soundtrack.
Right? Summer Soundtrack. And look at it. Look at all the colors. Like, it's coming out. It's crazy. I just love knitting with it. And why are we doing this, Star?
Oh, well, because we're offering it as a class. The class starts
this week.
2 days.
Yeah.
Wednesday evening, we're doing a class. I think we're doing 3 evenings. And people, we've got a lot of people. Like, I think we have 11 or 12 people.
It's going to be a lot of people walking around the Cutbanks with soundtrack sweaters.
Maybe singing. And I have to show, because I went to Stash in Calgary. Look at, I got a little stitch marker, and it's a little cassette tape. And
soundtrack.
Soundtrack. And then the other one has music notes. I got it at Stash Calgary.
You're so cool.
So fun.
All right.
Okay, so that's one.
There we go. Okay.
Whip. Yeah. And then the other whip I have is called Stagecoach by Caitlin Hunter. And again, I'm using the Drops Karisma. Look at these colors.
Love it.
Look at, I'm going kind of kooky, like green, coral, cream, and then this will be the other color. Oh, right?
Love it.
I don't know. It's sort of a khaki green.
Yeah.
Can't see. Can you see that color?
It's hard.
Wow, it's okay. Yeah. And okay, so Nate, the Stagecoach is top down, and it's color work. And I've been playing around with needles like crazy to get so that it's not tight. I don't want a tight yoke.
So did you go down?
I went up and down. I went up to 5, even though they're asking. Yeah, it's gonna work out. Yeah. And this sweater is supposed to be like a kind of a cropped sweater and sort of baggy sleeves, which I think it's gonna be good. And have I made anything by Caitlin Hunter? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. I don't think I have too. And I know that's in my queue somewhere.
It's in your queue. Okay, so that's my other whip. What's your...
Good. Okay, so my other whip is, it's been a while. I don't know if you guys ever have some whips that are been a while.
That one.
But we did a class on this shawl in the spring. And Darlene's made one of them. And I know she has a second one on her needle somewhere. Yeah, but this is called the Temperance Shawl by Malabrigo. Don't know the exact designer's name, unfortunately. But I'm using Art Phil Bell in a fingering, 3 different colors. Check it out. It's like, I wish you could feel it.
Remember this? This one's the rabbit hole, I think it was called.
The rabbit hole, and that's got the eyelets in it, but once it blocks out.
It's so squishy.
So I'm so close, but yet so far.
So much garter.
Do you know that feeling? And this was meant to be for my beautiful mom's 81st birthday last June. So maybe it will be done for her 82nd.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna get this sucker done. But that's another one of my whips. Love it. I love like the squishiness of garter. Yeah.
Yeah, and when you block that thing, that thing's gonna get huge.
It is.
Like I have one.
Yeah.
That I have in the shop actually. It gets big.
Big.
Yeah.
Love it. Can't wait. So that's my other whip.
All right. In our queue.
Yeah.
We both have the same thing in our queue. I don't know if that surprises any of you. But that's what we do. What do we have? We have the Dunyvaig.
We are Scottish.
We do have Scottish. Well, she's more Scottish.
Was born in Scotland.
Yeah.
Dunyvaig. We were trying to figure out what that word meant, but I know that it's a castle. And when Kate Davies shows it in her pattern, the castle is in the background.
Yeah, it is.
I might have been there. I don't know. I have to really look.
I want to go. So we're both using Briggs.
Yeah.
I'm going to use the Durasport because this is the color I wanted. I don't care if there's nylon in it, right? Yeah. This one has nylon, this doesn't.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I'm copying Leanne.
Well,
exactly.
As you should.
Yeah. I know she used sheep gray.
Mine's a little kind of gray, even though it's called oatmeal. Porridge.
I really can't wait.
No, it's sort of it's a beautiful pattern because it's a sampler of different like ribs and seed stitch, and then it has one.
Gorgeous.
It has one tip.
Yeah. And
then the other, it's a big rectangular shawl, but one end has a tip.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Look it up. It's really nice.
Love it.
And the other one I wanted to talk about is the Weekend Hat by Hiromi Nagasawa. And it's a cabled toque that you fold up the brim. Like we're so into these right now. I'm on Jason's cashmere again, you know.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've made 4 or 5 of them.
But it's so nice, and it's just a different cable than the Jason. It's a bigger cable. And it's just so, the picture just got me. It was Brent actually who posted it on his Insta that when I saw it. And it's just this woman who has kind of graying hair, and she wears this bright corally red.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
So that's the color you're going to use.
I'm going to use this one. I think now that I said that, I might do a red one. But anyway, the pure Gynt, Sandnesgarn again. I love it. You know, all this available in the shop.
Right.
And this is sort of a Carhartt toque color.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought that would be fun.
Color, for sure.
And what's your...
My other queue, well, we have lots in our queue, but we're really trying to create this podcast where we're just kind of like toning it down a bit. But one other thing I have in my queue, along with the other 12, is called the Leonie by Julie Weisenberger. So this was, did Heather is a friend who works at the shop, and we're part of a knitting group on Fridays. Every second Friday, all the knitting ladies get together. So sometimes a lot of the times we decide on a knit along. And so of course, immediately, as soon as I heard about it, I was on board. Oh yeah, sure, I'll buy my yarn. And so I'm using this gorgeous color, Tin Lin by
Sandnesgarn.
Right. You say that so well.
Well, Norwegian.
Come on. So there's the color. It's like it is a light, what do you think that is, Darlene?
Green.
Sagey green.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really excited. You know, we don't have the pictures for you in this one, but maybe next time we will. Who knows?
Yeah.
But look it up on Ravelry. It's called the Leonie, Leonie, And it's this really great kind of t-shirt. I love these kind of things. I love throwing them over. I teach yoga as well as do kinesiology work. So just any sort of item that can just be thrown over.
Well, it's sort of flash dancey.
And it's flash dancey.
Yeah.
Right? I love those items. So I was on board. I can't wait to start that one too. So we got the Dunyvaig.
Well, and that one I'm excited about
Yeah.
too, because of course it's in my queue as well. And
What color are you doing?
I'm gonna do big surprise, like a linen color.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. But it only takes 3 balls for our size, and then the other thing is 8mm needles, so it's really meshy, and open.
Yeah,
so it's gonna be fun.
Awesome.
Okay,
So those are our FOs, our whips, and what's in our queue. And we could share more in our queue, but we're good.
yeah,
We're gonna keep to our intention here.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so yeah, you've heard us already mention like the yarn shop, the classes, the people who work with us, the Instagram connections and stuff. So that's our intention, is to keep that community going and to get people excited, because we obviously are rather excited about the things we knit.
It's
just ongoing.
knitters don't have to, we don't have to tell you this, but it's in the mind all the time.
Mm-hmm.
When am I gonna knit? What am I gonna knit? Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, and
I get so inspired.
I was just saying yesterday I went to a book club and I brought my soundtrack with me, and I didn't ball up the second ball of yarn, and I was like, I only have like 1 meter left here. Oh boy, what am I gonna do? So we also are a little obsessed
I love
too.
it. Here, move over this way just a bit. There you go.
Still can't see the Cutbank.
I
Honest to
know.
goodness, it's not
It's
an ocean,
right
it's
there.
not a mountain.
We
peak.
chose this spot so that one day you will see the
It's okay.
Cutbanks, and it's okay.
Because
We're good.
we can't do
They're
anything
there.
about it.
Yeah, it's the weather.
So one last thing I would like to mention, just because this is about the community. Top Drawer Yarn, we have a website, so you can go there and you can check the classes, because we have that class coming up, the soundtrack, and then Natalie's going to be doing some classes as well. So
Love it.
take a look on the blog.
On the blog.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we did it, Dar.
I know. Look at that.
Like, it's only been 22 minutes.
I like it. I like it like that.
I like it like that. So I hope that you enjoy our little blips of our space, what we're up to, just our intentions of really inspiring you, connecting to you, building this amazing like worldwide knitting community. It blows me away. And sprinkling joy here and there where we can feel it, because we all know that's who we truly are. We need those kind of reminders. So this is really fun. So we might even call were you saying that the episode might be called Dibs?
Yeah, we just call it Dibs. Yeah.
This is our Dibs sweater.
Yeah. So
if you see that, that's what's happening. And then wait for the next session, the next episode.
Yeah,
See what we're gonna wear.
What are we gonna wear?
Yeah. So that's it. We did it.
We did it.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Yeah. Have a great time knitting, everybody.